That game, I thought, number one, I want to start off, saying that, I got a lot of respect for Coach Ewing. They've obviously had been snake bitten with a lot of injuries. You could tell his team plays extremely hard. They play together. I think they play the right way. He is doing a phenomenal job in what I think is obviously the best conference in all of college basketball, and kudos to him. We're obviously very fortunate to end up on the good side of things today. In Georgetown, they made it a really, really tough game. And I thought, Tyreek really rebounded in the second half. I didn't think he played very well in the first half. He played very frustrated. I told him I was a little frustrated with his play as well. As frustrated as he was, I think I was more frustrated. But he got it going in the second half for us. And I think when he's going, he is the heart and soul of our team. I think he's the best big man in the Big East. But he's got to be that way all the time for us to be good. Najee obviously made a couple big shots there at the very, very end of the game. Again, we're very fortunate that we won. Again, it wasn't aesthetically very pleasing. We had a lot of turnovers, but we got to take care of the ball a heck of a lot better in order to have any success moving forward.
You guys had answers for their runs throughout the game. Do you attribute that to basically being an older team or experienced team?
Yeah, I think so. I thought we kind of always kept it at an arm's distance, right? Even when they went on their runs, and then they obviously made a big shot late. Blair made some big shots, so to Pickett, and give those guys a lot of credit. But Najee made some big shots. Tyreek did as well. In order for us, and those are older guys. And to win in March, you got to rely on older guys, right? You go as your older guys go, and I thought Tyreek and Najee did a tremendous job for us down the stretch.
This summer, we talked briefly at a camp, and you mentioned how Najee had improved his jump shooting. Are you happy with that progression?
Yeah, he's worked really hard on it. He's worked really, really hard on it to find that consistency. Najee's always been a young man that's better going to the rim. But if you have to play him honest, it makes that going to the rim that much harder to guard, right? And he's really done a good job developing that, working on it. And, obviously we get shots up in practice, but it's those countless hours that we're not in there. That's not mandatory, and that's what makes a special player.
Coach, you elected not to foul up three on that. What was the thinking there? What did you tell your guys?
Twofold. We've practiced both, being in that situation. Number one, Georgetown's big. They are, and I was a little bit concerned blocking them out on a free throw. Those guys, they have 7-foot guys. We have 6'8" guys. So I was concerned with that. And I asked Tyreek and Q, I said, hey, which would we want to go with? I wanted them to have a little bit of ownership in it. And they said, hey, let's just get one stop. And we knew we were going to switch all ball screens, make sure that they caught the ball going towards their hoop or going towards our hoop rather than towards theirs. And, again, just contest it without fouling. And we were lucky, again, like I said, very fortunate to win today.
Did you have a set play called for Najee there at the end? Is that a look that you wanted, or did he kind of improvise that?
You know what? We had timeouts to give, but the ball was in his hands. And, I'm going to ride and die with Najee. And Najee's a big-time player, man. He's ready for that moment, and he knocked it in. So I was comfortable where the ball was.
Coach Mike Gray Hoyer before, just talk about the rebounding aspect of your team and the effort that they gave you, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, that's a strength of our team is on the glass. A lot of times we'll even play three bigs. So we'll have Tyreek Jones out there. We'll have Jason Carter, Zach Freemantle, and Najee Marshall. Najee's 6'7". So we got a really big team just kind of across the board. So, again, that's an area of strength for us. Our guys attack the offensive glass. We become one of the better rebounding teams in our league, and we rely on that. Sometimes our best offense is just throwing it up there on the rim and going to get it. Now, in order to do that, we got to take care of the ball, right? And we had 23 turnovers, but if we can just get it up on the rim, sometimes that's advantage Xavier.
Got a lot of traction out of post ISO for number 4. How has he developed in that set?
You know what? Our old front court coach, Mike Pegues, who's a DC native, went to DeMatha, was one of the best post coaches in the entire country that I've ever been around. And he's going to be a future head coach, man. He's tremendous. But he did a great job with Tyreek for the first 2 years. So when I was able to get the head coaching position, I wanted to go out and find the other best post coach in the country. And we got Jonas Hayes. And Jonas played that position, played at a very high levels, developed guys to get to the NBA. And Jonas has done a great job with Tyreek. Now, Tyreek deserves all the credit. He's put all the work in, right? That's what we're here for. We're supposed to develop our guys. But, he could not score the ball when he was a freshman. He was more just drop-offs and finishes and roll finishes. He wasn't a play-through guy, but Tyreek has become that for us.
Coach,
You mentioned playing through the turnovers and also the input that your players had with the last play there. What does a win like this, pulling that out, say about your team this time of year? Or how important is it to pull out a win like this time of year?
You know, good teams find a way to win, and it's not always pretty. You know, we didn't play well, but again, Georgetown is a big reason because of that, right? And but we got to play better. But again, I think it tells a lot about our team. We're going to stick together. You know, even when they went on their runs, I thought our team stuck together. Cannot lose our minds. Can't get any technical fouls, which we got tonight, which is ridiculous. But we got to keep our minds. We got to stick together. And if we do those things, man, we can make a run here, especially in March. It's the best time of the year to play.
Coach, you talked about earlier about how the Big East is as good as any other league is in the country. What do you feel the ingredients are for that?
Man, you know, I think number one, there's tremendous coaches in our league. There's tremendous universities. We all have a lot to sell. Everybody's recruiting at a very, very, very high level. You know, every time we get a kid that's a young man committed, I always tell our guys, hey, don't forget Georgetown's getting the same thing. So is Marquette. So is Villanova. So is Providence. Everybody's good. And then the coaching's tremendous. The scouting's good. We all know each other really, really well. And it's what makes these games really hard. You know, you got to find a way to get easy baskets at this time of the year to have any success. But again, the league is in great shape, and I think it's only going to get better moving forward.
You obviously game plan for all these opponents, especially you know these conference teams well. How much does that almost go out the window when the other team has all these injuries? They have 2 walk-ons playing a kid who was probably going to get redshirted, breaking lineups.
You know, it was hard. It was a hard game to prepare for. We obviously prepared for year at 7 and Mac McClung playing because we didn't know. And you want to prepare for those guys because they do play differently without those guys. And Euro 7's probably the best offensive post guy in our league. He is. I mean, not probably. He is the best. And for Coach Ewing to have the success that he's had with those guys out is a testament to him. And I don't think that can go unsaid. Like, what he's doing is a tremendous job. I mean, tremendous. And I have a lot of respect for him. But, again, it was a harder game to prepare for. You know, we kind of prepared for both situations. And I told our guys, you know, it happened to us when we played at Wake Forest this year. Their big kid, Saar, didn't play. We didn't know he wasn't going to play. And then I felt like our guys had a letdown mentally. And I said, hey, fellas, I don't care if Michael Jordan plays for Georgetown today. I do not care. They got to get it. We got to play hard. It's all about us, regardless of who laces them up for Georgetown tonight.
One last question. Anybody? Thanks.
Thank you.